Hello, hello. What's going on? My name is Jonahs Duran. I am your favorite nerd, and a lot of you are getting left behind in the dust when it comes to AI, and I'm here to change that. So, today we're going to be going over some basics and get you started with Claude. So Claude can be a bit overwhelming when you're first getting into it. So I'm going to going through the three main components of how Claude works in general, and then hopefully you can walk away understanding how to use context is best and use cases for each. So let's get started. Well, Mayor, the chatcher. This is more like ChatGPT, other LLMs, if you're familiar, kind of standard. You speak to it, it gives you prompts, responses back. The other portion is going to be Claude Cowork. This is a really newer feature. Best way to put this is a local LLM. So if chat is in the cloud, the Cowork is on your local machine. And then lastly is going to be Claude Code. Um, Arguably one of the biggest products or some time revolutionary. So I've heard a lot about it. This is going to be the where it can pretty much execute and build everything for you. So let's go through the getting into the benefits of each chat feature. As you can see here, is amazing ideating, brainstorming, having a for most things. So it's best at answering, research for you, creating drafts for emails, things of that nature. But this is Claude Chat. This is what you may be familiar with or have seen before. So the chat feature is intended, just as is mentioned, intended to be a back and forth between yourself and the LLM. In this case, going to be whatever model you choose. The biggest level up or power up here is just connecting your different tools, whether it's Gmail, your calendar or Notion or wherever you keep your documentation. This is a huge, huge unlock and advantage that we want to take a look at here. Cowork has been the revolutionary tool. Now you are able to have someone on your team. Essentially, if ideator partner, Cowork is the actual partner who does it. So if you're talking about beats to files, chain creating automations, everything of that nature, the best tool, the absolute best tool to use. And then lastly, you have your engineer, and that's going to be Claude Code. So this is ideally for anyone who is interested in building anything. This runs in three places, so this is going to be in your terminal. It's going to be that kind. Might be a little bit more daunting for some people. Also able to do it in different environment VS Code. And lastly is the desktop app itself, terminal, where you can interact with everything there. What it interacts with is going to be whatever kind of plugin you have set up, and then your different versions or Git or Hub, so that you can on your software. So if you're more technical, if you're not technical, this is the tool where it does the actual heavy lifting. As you can see here, the biggest thing is not a normal terminal, is a little less friendly, if you will. This isn't for you to make it as easy as for you to work. So biggest thing to keep in mind is where you're locally on folder. If you're working here, I'm connected my GitHub account. So any of the projects that I'm able to instantaneously spin up and talk to. So this is how I build my startups, my client websites, anything that this is my right-hand man or woman to help me build everything. And it's a really integral into my flow. So any one of these tools so that you can actually start getting productivity and using these workflows. You have your Notion, you have Google Drive. This is good places where articles and files that you use on your business or the day. So if you have access, if Claude has access to those, then you're able to pretty much do anything and do it to research. Same thing with Gmail and Slack. If you want automated messages, if you want it to for you, interact with customers, this is a great tool for you. Things like HubSpot or CRM, where clients details, if you're able to connect Claude to it, then you have someone who can actually keep up with your customers and reach out to them proactively, track what you're making, and that's where the money comes. So personally, I have my Stripe connected. So if I have a new client, they check out, I can be able to see all that information. Same with PayPal, QuickBooks, FreshBooks. You kind of never the software is where you keep track of it interacts. And then more relevant to actually shipping softwares, things like GitHub, you can host the websites and everything of that nature. And then a huge unlock for design work, creative work are tools, Canva, Higgsfield, anything of that nature. So very, very important topic. And definitely want you guys to keep that in mind when you're using all of these tools, that they're extremely capable. The moment that you add live context by the means of any of these tools, you're unlocking a whole new level of access and productivity. And like I mentioned before, I do want to harp on it. Superpower is really going to be those scheduled tasks. Daily content ideas. If you wanted to do research, if a time of the month where you have important tasks to do for your business or work, these things can all be automated. The inbox triage, like I showed you, it reads my emails and it tells me what to. And then, of course, the kind of one-off reminders, tasks, management things that you need to do. Huge, huge, huge. You should focus on for Claude Cowork. Cool. All in all, way being is if you need any quick answer, talk, use the chat feature. You need something built, or if you want something recurring, Cowork. And then if you're building software, you're interested in actually building apps, building websites, building any type of startup that relies on software, then that's going to be Claude. My name is Jonahs. I run 28 Digital Studio. Use all three on a daily basis, and I know these will just be on for more tutorials. If you want a full tutorial on how to use any one of these tools, comment below. And then if you want to learn more and are interested on hands-on learning, then I'll leave it my link below where you can book a one-on-one. But thank you guys so much. It's your favorite nerd. I'm out.